What up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Black Expat Podcast, coming at you guys live from Taichung, Taiwan on YouTube. Today, I want to talk about my pride and joy, something that I worked very hard along with my best friend and business partner for almost a decade to create, which is my Black-owned business abroad in Taichung, Taiwan. But as always, before we get into that, you guys know what time it is. Have a drink with me. If you've been following my YouTube channel, which I hope you have, then you already know how I ended up living and working in Taiwan for for over a decade now. One of the things that me and my best friend wanted to do since I think year 5, after we had traveled to almost 25 countries at that point in time, we knew that we enjoyed drinking, we enjoyed traveling, we enjoyed meeting new people, and we enjoyed sharing stories, right? So one of the things that we wanted to do, which we worked toward for 5 years, was open our own bar in Taiwan. We were very fortunate about 2 years ago to stumble upon a place in Taichung which was perfect for the two of us, a place in which we could combine both our skills, right? Patrick, my best friend and business owner, is the most talented person I've ever met in my life. There is literally nothing this young man can't do except sing. He is not the best singer, and he probably should never try it again. But when it comes to art, when it comes to creativity, when it comes to design, anything like that, he's the best at it, the best person I know at it. So our bar was called Arts and Crafts because he's an artist, and crafts because I like beer and I'm good with numbers and math and stuff. So it was a perfect place for us to then open and create out here in Taiwan. Now, we didn't just create it for that purpose, right? So we wanted to share all those amazing stories, but we're Black men and we've been living in Taiwan for a long time. And when we first came, the first Black women we met here was, believe it or not, at a Snoop Dogg concert, right? But before then, we had maybe met 1 or 2 other Black people, and we didn't even meet them. We just seen them walking down the street or out and about, and we didn't get a chance to have a conversation. So one of the reasons why we wanted to create this space and have a space is we wanted a space for Black people to come in and hear your music and see people that look like you and know that this is a safe space for you to come and just be yourself, right? You can speak how you normally speak, you don't have to worry about offending people, and you can use lingo, slang, all those things that you sometimes don't get a chance to do on a daily basis when you live abroad in a country where there are not that many of you, many people that look like you. In Arts and Crafts, the bar that we own, the sign that I'm sitting in right now with the sign behind me and the drinks, and all the pictures of the Black people that's visited the bar, Arts and Crafts was definitely a special creation for us, right? It was created during a time where the Black Lives Matter was a really big thing back in America, and still is a really big thing for us because we live it every day. It was created during a time during a global pandemic, which was not so good for us, but still provided people within our community a safe space to go to talk about missing home and to get a little bit of home, right? Just being around people that look like you, that are like you, that are you. So Arts and Crafts has been definitely one of the greatest achievements of my life. It's sad that we're a month away from closing. One of the reasons why we are closing is because of the pandemic. Again, we were open about 8 months before it hit, and we were doing well. It was building up a big audience of foreigners and local people coming in. Our community were having events here. People were coming down from the big city in Taipei. Black people from all over the world were coming down and enjoying the space. And then the coronavirus hit, and the number of people we had in Arts and Crafts went from a lot to 0 for a long period of time. But as we transitioned out into the next things that we're going to do, Patrick doing a lot of different things. He's just able to do anything that he wants because he's that creative. And myself, continue with my podcast and my YouTube channel, and more writing and more coaching and working with young up-and-coming podcasters and giving back. I just wanted to take time out just to pay tribute to a dream that I was able to accomplish with an amazing individual by my side every step of the way. But just to say that, hey, it is possible to own a Black-owned business. And this one is coming to an end for a lot of different reasons, mostly because of coronavirus, but also because now we know in which ways we can make an impact in different ways through many different businesses, not just abroad, but also back home. Right, so again, unfortunately, we opened during a time during a pandemic, but that didn't mean that we didn't do and have a lot of meaningful events and experiences with Black people here in Taiwan, and we made an impact in the community. I'm just glad to have been able to do that. I was doing a podcast with a friend, KG, who lives in Taipei, and he said one of the best events with the biggest turnout of Black people that he's seen since he's been here for 4 years, has been at Arts and Crafts Taichung. So if you're watching and you're an expat or you're not an expat or whoever you are, and you're thinking about whether or not you can open or have a business abroad, whether it's online or it's an actual physical location like Arts and Crafts, just know that it is possible. And for everyone watching this video, I'll have maybe 30 more videos in this space in Arts and Crafts Taichung. But then after that, I'll be doing my YouTube channel from another place. So make sure you enjoy not only the videos I've always created, but future videos in this space. It is a very special place, will be near and dear to my heart, and a truly unforgettable experience for all of the right reasons. Coronavirus sucks, but more than that, right? Just for the memories we were able to create, the people we were able to reach, and hopefully in some way, people we were able to inspire and let them know like, hey, you can do whatever you want no matter where you are in the world. Nothing is impossible, right? And with the strong community that we've built here and that we're a part of here, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's watched the video, who's come by Arts and Crafts, who supported us in any way by downloading the podcast, subscribing to this YouTube channel, or just, hey, send in prayers. We appreciate those too. So I wanted to share my experience, my almost last call to being in Arts and Crafts, and how, hey, it is possible to have a Black-owned business abroad, wherever you are, specifically Taiwan. So, as always, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for rocking with me. Have a drink with me. Until next time, we love Arts and Crafts, Taiwan.